What's going on, guys? Arcadia here with my impressions, review, or thoughts on the Gears of War 5 technical test. Now, again, before I get started, this is a technical test, so obviously any flaws that I went through in the game might not be there come September, but this will be one of those videos where some negative things are going to be mentioned. So if you're a Gears of War, fanboy through and through who just refuse to believe anything's wrong with the franchise, you might dislike this video. But take this from someone who's been playing the Gears game since the first game first came out. So I'm not some random person who just played Gears of War because it was free for everybody on Xbox to play who have gold. No, I'm an experienced Gears of War player. So this again, it's not some kind of IGN review or Kotaku review or GameSpot review where someone who doesn't even play Gears is telling you about Gears 5. Anyway, so I want to get the negatives out the way first because it's not a lot. It's not a lot of negatives. So this video will be mostly positive. The first thing that irritated me when it came to Gears of War 5 is the tutorial. Now, me personally, I feel like in any game, whether it's Gears, whether it's Halo, whether it's Fortnite, whether it's any whatever, a tutorial should always be optional. It shouldn't be something that you're forced to do. It's always be an optional thing. So we have a sequel. Experienced players don't need to just sit and waste 20 minutes of their time doing a tutorial when they already know how to play the game. So for Gears technical tests, you can't even play the game until you do the tutorial, which is how the game starts off, and it's 15 to 16 minutes of you doing this boring ass tutorial that you don't even want to do because you already know how to play Gears of War. The game has not changed. The formula has not changed. It's still the exact same Gears of War game. So why do I need a tutorial that's 15 minutes long when I know how to play the game already? So the first flaw of the game is at the beginning of the technical test, which is the tutorial. So what I would say to Coalition Games is, well, Coalition Studios, I don't know what they call them, games or studios, but Coalition, when the full release comes out, make it optional to do a tutorial. We shouldn't be forced into doing tutorials in games in 2019. It should be an optional thing that should be there for people who don't know how to play the game to learn the game. But if you're an experienced player, you shouldn't have to learn how to play the game. You know how to play. Let us skip the tutorial. Give us the option to skip. Again, it doesn't hurt anybody to have the option to skip things. Now, getting into like the actual game itself, the mechanics of the game, the community of the game, I played a few games. I played like five games of King of the Hill. I played one game of Deathmatch. So what I was saying about Deathmatch is the most boring game mode I've ever played. And I don't want to say this is a Gears of War issue. It's more of a community thing. The match that I played of Deathmatch was super slow paced. Everyone was just more so just camping out locations and not really playing Gears of War. When I say that, if you play Gears of War, you know how Gears of War is played. You know it's kind of it's action packed, it's fast paced. Getting into natural battles, and that's it. When I was playing Deathmatch, it wasn't that. It was just slow, sitting back. Everyone just camping basically. And it's weird because Deathmatch is supposed to be like a quick game basically. It's supposed to be one round, first to 50. That's it. Something like that will take you about 68 minutes to do. It took us 10 minutes to finish that game off. It was like the longest 10 minutes of my life because it was just so long. It was such a drag and so boring. There was nothing going on. There was like a lot of moments of that game where there's just no gunfire. You're playing Gears of War and there was no gunfire during like multiple moments of that game because people were just sitting back, holding angles, and that's it. So again, that's not the game's fault. That's the community's fault. I can't fault Coalition or Gears of War 5 for the way Deathmatch was played because that's the community doing that. The community is the one sitting back, not doing anything other than just sitting, holding an angle. So sticking with the community being an issue, when I was playing King of the Hill, what I came across was the most frustrating thing I've ever experienced in my entire career playing Gears of War. And that's the community just does not care about teamwork, which is weird because it's King of the Hill. You need teamwork to play this game mode. And I was solo queuing, by the way, so I'm not playing with friends. I'm solo queuing, and I felt like the other team was full parties because they had so much cohesion. They were working well together. My team just all over the place. No one pushed together. There was no teamwork whatsoever. My teammates would abandon me a lot. There's a lot of situations when I was playing where I was by myself in a 3v1 or 4v1. There's a lot of situations where my teammates just let me die. I had a game. I don't know if I have the clip. I'll put it in the video if I find it, where I literally I think I got a two piece. I killed two people, and a third guy came from behind and downed me. And my teammate is watching all this transpire. In a good, I would say, 10 seconds go by, my teammate just watched me be while I'm down and not even trying to at all come revive me. So he just waits. Another enemy comes by. He used my body as a body shield. Teammate still just standing there. Again, there's just it's the community for this game is already looking bad. Now, again, this could just be the fact that I was playing with people who just don't know how to play Gears of War, people who are new to the game. It was a free technical test that you can just play because if you have gold. So maybe I had a bad session when it comes to people I was playing with. But again, it was terrible. It was a terrible experience when it came to the people that I had on my team. You know, and it's ranked as well, which is funny because the whole point of Gears of War ranked is it's supposed to be based on your skill. My first game in ranked, the other team had a level 34 on their team, level 10, level 16, and my team was all level 1s. Where's the balance in that? If my entire team, including myself, is level 1, how is it balanced matchmaking if the other team is all 10s and higher? Are you saying that those guys are so bad at Gears of War that they're on the equal playing field as people who are level 1s? So it was frustrating. So getting out of the community, the technical issues that I've had. Technical issues. It seemed like there was a huge delay in a lot of the combat. Like it seemed like there was some lag. It seemed like sometimes the guns wasn't registering properly. Like you'll shoot someone with a Gnasher and it wasn't registering that they got shot with the Gnasher. There was one kill that I got where I popped a guy with the Gnasher, and his body was like still there, but like 5 seconds later, it registered that he got killed and he just exploded. And I had a lot of situations where I shot someone first, and the game doesn't register that I shot first. So a lot of net code issues, hit detection issues, and typical things that you will see in any technical test. And so I won't say that that's something that can't be improved by the time the full game came out, but this is a review of the technical test, not the review of a full game. So in the technical test, it seemed like the net code was bad. It seemed like the connection was bad. It seemed like a lot of people ping, which just wasn't consistent. I was sitting there questioning a lot when I was live streaming the game on whether or not the game runs on dedicated servers, because it is a technical test. So it will make sense that they didn't put it on dedicated servers, but you kind of want to test your servers to see if it can hold the player base. So I'm assuming that it did use dedicated servers, and if it did, they need to work with it, because again, the net code was pretty bad. A lot of poor shot registration was present. So the last issue that I will mention in the Gears of War 5 technical test is it felt slow. Like your character movement just felt slow. Everything about your character just felt a little sluggish. Like it wasn't as responsive as previous Gears of War games. When you mantle up something, it feels like it's taking you forever to mantle up something. Now, they could add that to just be more realistic because you are wearing heavy armor. But at the same time, the Locusts don't wear heavy armor. At least not all of them do. So why does the Locust move like they do have the same kind of armor on that the Cog have on? You could say, well, it's for balance, because it wouldn't be fair if the Locust move faster than the Cog does. So then why have it at all? Why have it to where your character's armor makes them move sluggish, make them move heavy, like move like they have weight to them when you're trying to hop over something or trying to climb up something. So it just felt super slow, super sluggish. You get into the positive though. The game looks phenomenal. Visually, it's a beautiful game. Look, Gears of War 4 looked good itself, so it just looks like Gears of War 4. So you play Gears of War 4, same visuals. It doesn't seem like it's that much of an upgrade. Again, technical tests, maybe the full game will look even better. I play on Xbox One S, and so if you on the One X, it might be even better than that. So just visually, it does look good. Sound is good. Sound is great. It's fun. Even though I was super frustrated a lot of the time, it was fun. It felt when gunfights happened and it went the way that it should go in terms of connection, it felt like Gears of War. It felt like I was still playing any other Gears of War game. Again, it does feel a little slow and sluggish, but at the same time, I enjoyed myself. It was fun. I enjoyed everything that was happening in the games that I played. I wish I can just continuously play it so the full game comes out in September. So I'll have to wait till September to get back into it. I'm looking forward to it. Hope the story is going to be as good as I expect it to be, because I have high expectations for the story. I feel like it's going to be a very, very good campaign. But in general, like it was a decent experience when it comes to technical tests. It wasn't bad at all. I won't say it wasn't bad at all, because obviously there was some flaws. But in terms of when it worked, it wasn't bad. When everything worked the way you feel like it should work, it wasn't bad at all. It was pretty good. It was pretty fun, and I enjoyed myself a lot. Outside, like, again, I will say this, for the most part, my biggest beef with technical tests was the people like I encountered, my teammates, not even the other team. The other team was all fine. They played Gears of War the way Gears of War meant to be played. My teammates, though, in every game that I got into, were terrible, and it was just frustrating dealing with those people. It's not the game's fault; it's just the players. So hopefully, the matchmaking will be better in the full release, to where I'm not getting put on teams of people who are just that bad. Now, I was still able to do good though, even in the games that I lost, and I lost a lot. Now, like I said, I played 5 games, Can Get a Hill. I won 2 of those games. I won the deathmatch game I played. So, if out of the 6 games that I played, I won 3 and lost 3. So I broke even. And in all those games, I did good. There was no game where I feel like I didn't do good at all. I feel like I did great in all the matches I played in. But again, King of the Hill is a team-based game where it doesn't matter how many kills that me by myself get. If the rest of my team's not doing anything, it doesn't matter. So overall, I would say it was a good experience. There's things that they can work on, obviously, but for the most part, the biggest flaw was my teammates. So I'm not gonna fault the game for that. Anyways, guys, that's for this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. Did you play the technical test for Gears of War 5? How did you like it? Was it terrible to you? Do you feel like it regressed in Gears of War? Do you feel like it improved when it comes to Gears of War play style? Does it make you feel like you shouldn't even bother touching it when it comes out in September? Or did it make you happy for the game in September? Leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.